So I am the host and producer of a weekly program called Regionally Speaking, where I have the fortunate opportunity to speak to so many members of our community, anyone from a local business leader all the way up to our elected officials, both locally as well as statewide. And so I'm just so excited to be a part of the show. I graduated from Indiana University Northwest, the finest institution of higher learning, I just have to remind everybody again, in 2016, and decided to take a year off just to debrief. I came to Lakeshore Public Media to be a part of a campaign that they had going on highlighting women who were making a difference in Northwest Indiana. Walked through the halls, fell in love with everything that was happening with Lakeshore Public Media. And 2 days later, I was offered an internship in radio, and I figured, oh, that's interesting. I did that for 3 months. Following my internship, I was offered a part-time position to be an associate producer for Regionally Speaking, which at the time that was hosted by Chris Nolte, and that moved from a part-time to a full-time position. And then when Chris Nolte made the decision to step down from Regionally Speaking, I was handed the keys to become the host of Regionally Speaking, and I hope that I'm doing him proud. Me being in front of the camera, in front of the microphone was quite difficult because, again, I am a behind-the-scenes person. But I did understand that the work still needed to be done, that there are stories in the region that need to be told, and that someone needed to ensure that those stories are continued to be shared with our listening and viewing audience in the region. And so it was exciting. It was scary for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I knew that the work needed to be done, and I took the assignment, and hopefully, again, I am making everybody proud. You think about the availability of having media here in the region. Sure, we have outlets across the state line that cover Chicago, but there are not a lot of opportunities to have media right here in the region. And so it's always so exciting to have local coverage, local stories, and hear our stories right here in the region. Sure, we can talk about Chicago all day long, but to be able to tune into and hear about local stories, about local people, it's always so exciting to have that local angle. I do not take it lightly, the position that I have right now. I really do consider it a privilege and an honor to share the stories of the region. There are so many stories, there are so many layers to Northwest Indiana. I take the weight and responsibility of sharing the story so much so that I do everything that I can to ensure that I get the story right. So again, I really and truly do consider it a privilege and an honor to whomever it is that I speak to. And I don't think that I treat any guest any differently. I don't treat the person who owns the local bakery any less important than the governor for the state of Indiana. I really and truly do appreciate this position, and I really and truly do consider it an honor.